Good morning. Today's reflection is about the 10 qualities of a good teacher or a spiritual teacher. And I've been posting a lot of stuff about what the role of a spiritual teacher and how to find a good one, because there are a lot of snake oil salesmen out there that their sharings don't accord with reality too much. And, I went through that. If you've read my book, I went through the psychics and I went through the different, tea leaf readers and so on, and none of it worked. And Buddhism and science are the two things that have benefited my life. So we're going to talk about these 10 qualities of a good teacher, particularly if you're looking for someone who's going to teach you Buddhism or the Dharma or spirituality. In the Tibetan language, Duwa Shiwa Shenyan Duwa Shiwa Nyer Shiwa. This first line, Shenyan means a spiritual teacher, and Duwa means that they're disciplined. Shiwa means peace, and Nyer Shiwa means very peaceful. These three parts, Duwa Shiwa Nyer Shiwa, they are referring to the three baskets of training. The Tripitaka. They are the Vinaya, which are the codes of morality, the vow systems, and so on. You have the individual liberation vows, which are called Pratamoksha vows. You have the Bodhisattva vow, and then you have Tantric vows. And within Tantric system, there are 4 different classes of Tantra. So a spiritual teacher is someone who should be maintaining those vows and studying them and understands them well. Then the next line is Yunten Lakpa Tsunshe Lungi Chu, and Yunten Lakpa means their good qualities exceed those of the student. So you want to go to somebody who is able to, who has this knowledge. You want to be an apprentice under a master. And so you're looking for a teacher who has these qualities, has developed them within themselves so that you can learn how to develop them within yourself. Tsunshe means that they've applied great effort, that they don't cease being a student just because they call themselves teacher. And actually, if they're worth anything, they don't call themselves teacher. They just simply teach by being. Then Lungichuk means that they are a lord of scriptural knowledge. They are a master of scripture. One thing that blows me away every time you hear the Dalai Lama speak, or personally for me, my teacher Geshe Chenpa Sonam, whenever I ask Geshe a question, he immediately can quote different sources and different masters and their words to the T. And the Dalai Lama always does that. He's always like, well, I don't know much about this myself, but this master says this in this book, and this text, this master says this, and then he can quote everything that he says he doesn't know. It's really beautiful, and he's being humble, or I think he's trying to be humble, but it's really kind of impressive. And that's because the monks train and memorize. If you are a walking library of this information, you will have a better chance of living it and then being able to share it. The next line says, Deni Raptu Topa. Deni means suchness, and it basically means reality. Okay? Raptu Topa means that they've got a really good realization of reality. This means they have either directly perceived emptiness, which is the ultimate truth, or they understand it so well. In particular, they understand dependent origination. They understand the laws of cause and effect so well that they can explain it and help their student. Because basically, when we're studying and understanding emptiness, we're learning what things aren't. And it's our brain that overestimates what it thinks things are. And that's where all of our problems come. So then the next quality of the teacher is Makeden. And this means that they are a skilled orator, that they are, and it doesn't mean that they can, recite the texts like Abraham Lincoln could recite the Gettysburg Address, but it means that they know the student's capacity and they're able to choose the words that help and benefit that student. And that depends on that relationship between the two of them. The next line has the last qualities there, and it's Tsewa Dangi. Sewe means the embodiment of love. They teach because they love, and love is a wish that others be happy. So they're doing what they can by teaching, by loving, and helping spread joy. Then kiawapang, sewe ni kiawapang laten. Kiawapang means they never get tired of explaining something, even if they have to start all over at the beginning and really try to help the student understand it from that base level. They will not get discouraged. So understand these 10 qualities. I'm going to post more about them at another time, but this is something to contemplate this morning. And honestly, finding yourself a spiritual teacher, somebody who has gone through these trainings and doesn't get caught up in fantasies and fiction and can guide you through reality, the facts of what we're living and how this thing works, is definitely something worth reflecting on today.